So we're going to start with the news of Our Majesty the Queen Elizabeth has died. Her Majesty the Queen Elizabeth has died. For some of you already know that I'm not from the land of the United States, but and so Queen Elizabeth meant a lot to me because that's really all I've known my whole life, as well as, some of our parents, that's all they've known. Anybody that's under the age of 70, I mean, she's reigned for 70 years. That is all they've known in terms of the monarchy and who's ruled over England, the UK at some point, you know what I mean. So I'm just saddened. I started late today because I was just, I don't know, just really sad. She exemplified just dignity and duty. And I know there are lots of controversy about the whole monarchy, and I'm not talking about colonialism and the system that's been in place. I'm just talking about the person. It's just the person, and what I've seen over the years and how she's comforted the nation anytime there was a tragedy. And like many of us, when Lady Diana passed, we felt like, maybe some people could have been nicer, but you never know what happens in these families. And I have one thing to say about the state of their family affairs right now. And I know it's not my place because, look, I don't really know what's happened between, Harry and Meghan and all that. But I will say it was a bit short-sighted of them to have left because, look, Prince Philip died last year. As we all know, couples who've been together for a long time don't last when one of them dies. And so the woman was 96 years old. She was going to expire at any moment. Would it have hurt to have just stayed part of the firm just a little longer, right? So that she could be well acquainted with the grandchildren and all of that. And then once she passed and Charles became the king, then be like, piss off. That's all I have to say about that. All right, so one of the things I wanted to talk about really is Queen Elizabeth had a huge obsession with corgis. And that started when she was a princess at the age of 7. She had a friend who had a corgi and she wanted a Pembroke corgi herself. And ever since then, they've had corgis. And now, I've learned from the New York Post, they said that according to Vanity Fair, dogs have been around since Queen Victoria in the monarchy. So I thought we could talk about, we could do a tribute to Her Majesty the Queen by talking about her obsession with corgis, and why not? And I think that kind of makes her a little bit more relatable to some of us who probably think, she's so removed, she's a royal. But, we all have this, most of us, anyway, who are interested in this program are really into animals and animal lovers, pet lovers, what have you. So this is something I thought would be fun and interesting to talk about. And that's what we'll do. So this one I found in the New York Post, and I remembered because we'd done a story on that before. So I remembered that she loved corgis. But what's interesting, there's a little bit more to it, and we're gonna discover that part. So here we go. So one of the things that people talked about today when they were doing the tributes is how happy they were to have celebrated the Platinum Jubilee celebration last, or is it this year? Yeah. And because it felt like they were really celebrating her, as, you know, you kind of got the feeling that she was frail and she was, you know, it at any moment. Because I mean, her husband had died and they'd been together forever, and he was dear to her. So it stands to reason that she wasn't going to be around that long, right? And so Corgis Parade for Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebration, there's a video here, so I thought we might be able to play that, and that would be fun for us. So let's check it out. Probably be a commercial, so I'm going to leave that for a moment. I don't believe you. It might be played on your browser. Liar! Is that true? Ah, it's not playing. Anywho, I'll get you a video for that. Let's first talk about her love of corgis, and then the princess, Margaret, her sister, they both had a love for corgis. So what they did is that they started actually breeding a hybrid of corgis and dachshund, which they named Doggy. Let's look at what that looks like. Look at that. That's a young Queen Elizabeth. She's a princess. And the doggy. Oh. Right. This is Princess Elizabeth. Oh, these are corgis. Princess Elizabeth and her sister Princess Margaret. And so this article is written by Emily Boy, and what's interesting is that Rebecca at Walters on Twitter put together a actual tree of all the corgis that have been in the royal family for the past, what is it? I think since the 1940s, I'm assuming, right? So 18th birthday presented to the Queen is Susan. Susan was the last one. But look at that. And from the same dog, they were able to breed them for like 14 generations of, you know, corgis, which I thought was very interesting. And yeah, hopefully I can find the Queen. Yeah, I can find something. Okay, let's just do one little video for the Queen.
We have around over 100 of corgis arriving today. All of them are full for her platinum jubilee. And they are all members of either UK Corgi Club or Great Corgi Club of Britain.
The reason I have a corgi. But they will do it with the other parts. It's great why we're here when celebrating their things.
Corgi play with the person, their owner, and then I saw how lovely the face and the smile, and then I got in love. I was in love at the first time with corgis.
What's the corgi situation? And then that makes me smile, and that brings a smile to my face.
So more than 70 years, the same group was printed from their size to still swim with the clothes of Queen Elizabeth.
Okay. That's the Platinum Jubilee is still going on. I apologize about that. So let's us go back to where we were before. And we shall just need to make sure that, as you saw before, I was trying to get the name, keep forgetting to put my name in there just in case I forget. All right, so no, we're going to do the first show. It's coming back. Mariah was on vacation for the past 3 weeks, so I've been doing the lives, which was really meant to be the after show, but since she was gone anyway, I was like, well, I'm just going to do lives, and then when she comes back, we're going back to doing the third show, which is like about 8 to 9 minute show, quick flashes of what's going on around the world in terms of animal news. And so the after show is really, me getting to talk about things that we really don't delve into. So it's really Méganne digging into all the animal news and, what's going on. So now we're going to go to like the celebrity. I mean, Her Majesty is obviously a celebrity. Well, we've got another celebrity again, from England. Now, this was really sad. And the reason I'm saying this is because, look, at the end of the day, nobody wants to see, a car crash in front of them. And that's what's going on with Cara Delevingne. Cara Delevingne, as you guys know, is a model, and she was recently attached to the scandal with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. So apparently she was having an affair with Amber Heard while Amber Heard was still married to Johnny Depp. And there was also rumors that her and Elon Musk had a threesome. So the reason I'm even saying this is because I'm thinking, I could be totally wrong. I mean, it's not like I'm in her life and I know anybody who knows her, but I'm thinking all of this culmination has all come to a head. And this is why we're now seeing the behaviors that we've been seeing. This is a situation where they recently saw her come back from Burning Man, a celebration in the desert where people act like utter fools. And they got caught in a desert storm. And so apparently she hadn't bathed or nothing for the duration of that. I think it's like a whole weekend. And so she hopped up in a car, got a stop, I suppose, put a little socks on, and then was on her way to the airport in Van Nuys, where they have like a private jet hangar. And she went there, I guess, to go celebrate her birthday, apparently, and was on the plane for 45 minutes. So you see her story, it's not funny. But you see her with her legs out the window as she's driving towards the airport. And first of all, I'm wondering who's following her like that? Like, there are stalkers everywhere. But she's famous. So I understand it. I still don't understand why I'm being stalked. You know, I mean, I was famous at one point in time. I'm, you know, coming back, but I still have my own stalkers, right? That's neither here nor there. But yeah, so she's got her legs hanging and she's wearing socks. So that, you know, you're assuming she's going to get out to the car when she gets to Van Nuys at the hangar and then put her feet, you know, put her feet into shoes. But that does not happen. And she's got her dog with her. This is why we're talking about it, because at the end of the day, what I saw was scary, because all I'm thinking is she's not looking well. This isn't the first time they've seen her look disheveled. You know, the last time she was in a parking lot at like some fast food restaurants, acting a little bit erratic, and people worried about her then. And then here she is outside of this hangar acting erratic again. And so now I'm worried about the dog. And perhaps as she's getting better, maybe somebody should dog sit for her, because apparently they're saying that her family wants to intervene and have an intervention. But God saw this on the Daily Mail the other day, and I thought it was important that people see what I'm talking about. So it's not like I'm just being, I don't know, an alarmist. But check this out. Okay, now this is the full video. What's going on? This is her and her dog. See, right here. She was in there for 45 minutes and now she's leaving. So these are her, like, her people, her staff, right? Holding a baggage, either holding the dog, right? And look, she's a bit fidgety, right? She can't stand still. This is the part where I was like, okay. Okay, so no, this is when she arrives at Van Nuys. So this is kind of backwards. And look at the doggy. Look at the doggy. And see, she's just not wearing shoes. But that's okay. I mean, we're not judging. That's fine. Okay. I mean, you cannot wear shoes. She might have like sensitive feet right now. She's thinking, I can't wear a hard sole. I've been at Burning Man, burning my soles all freaking weekend. So maybe that's what's going on. But look at this. So I guess she's a bit frantic about the situation, right? She's just back and forth. And all I'm thinking is, where's the doggy? Where's the doggy? Where's the doggy? Cara, where is the dog? And I get it. But, okay, see, look, there you go, there you go. So now, yeah, she's patting the dog, but the dog is like, what's going on? You're erratic, you're all over the place. So we all understand that these are sentient beings, they feel everything, they're empaths, right? And all this anxiety must be making the dog anxious. She doesn't seem happy. I think they've come back after being in there for 45 minutes. And I think, according to what they're saying, she was too high to fly. I don't know if that's true. Allegedly, that's what they said happened. And it was supposed to be on Jay-Z's private jet. And so now if you're on a private jet and they think you're too high to fly, you know, that's a private jet. What do they care? Right? But obviously, I think she'd been like the type of high where you're sort of sleepy or whatever, but still coherent. And I'm talking about the marijuana. Perhaps maybe it would have been all right, but I think there might be something else. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it. I'm not a druggie, so I don't know. And maybe it's not drugs. Maybe it's just some sort of anxiety that she's experiencing at the moment. But it obviously made them too nervous to let her fly. Okay, see, this is going on. Right, look at that. Look at that. And right here, this is where a dog could ingest just about anything. Because this is at an airport. There's cigarette butts, there are all sorts of drug paraphernalia, right? And here's the dog sniffing around. You don't know if he ingests something. Now, if the dog were to choke on something, would you have the wherewithal to Heimlich the dog, to get the dog some help to stop it from choking? That's what I'm worried about. But, you know, I can't tell people what to do, but all I'm saying is if you find yourself in a situation where you're like this, think of the dog first. And I understand how somehow, sometimes you're thinking, well, if I'm in a state like this, and this is not drugs, this is anxiety or whatever, I have my dog to give me some emotional support and all that. But I believe that if the dog is trained for that, that's one thing. So the dog anticipates that. The dog has been trained at an early age to anticipate certain things. If the dog is not used to that sort of behavior, it could really affect the dog. And what if the drugs are not sniffed or injected? They're smoked. Is it happening around the dog? Is the dog getting a contact high? These are all the questions that I have, really. I have questions about that. So I'm going to stop sharing because I don't want to be a voyeur in this whole situation, but I do hope that Cara does get the help that she needs. From what I read last, this was the Daily Mail, and from what I read from the Daily Mail, that her family is actually planning an intervention based on what they've seen in the past few months. This constant erratic behaviour and her being caught by paparazzi, and you know, it's not looking good. But yeah, I just wanted to say, if any of you should have a problem out there, you're feeling anxiety, you're not feeling well, and this is not a normal state. So this is not like your dog knows this about you, your dog came into your life, you were this way, the dog got used to it and the dog knows what to do. If this is a new occurrence for your dog, I would say, you know, think of your dog and think of their mental state and emotional state and how it could affect them physically as well, because then some neglect can come in. And I would say if you've got a trusted friend, a trusted family member, or even an organization that could temporarily take care of your dog until you get better, you know, I would do that. And I would even go as far as, if you're worried about them taking your dog permanently, I would have them sign an agreement that says, hey, this is what I'm doing. I need this much time and I will get them at this much, you know, at this date. Or, you know, once I'm better, please release my animal to me. And, you know, thank you very much. I don't know if you would pay them or if you would say, you know, this can be a friend or a family member who would be willing to do that to help you out. But that's it. And that's really all I wanted to talk about in terms of Cara. You know, I didn't want to really get into a business like that, but I thought that was an important situation to sort of air out, right? And now, one of the other subjects that I also wanted to talk about on a lighter note, and hopefully you all see it the same way that I do. And this is about a cat, the scammiest little cat. And Hopefully you'll see it as I do. Let's check this out. All right.
Bunny leader baby. It's going on now. Okay. Not every time today.
But let's go back to that part. Look at that. Let's go back. You know exactly what it's doing. That look. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Love you. Do you believe me? Do you see that? That is exactly, and I've had cats. I've had 4 cats in my life, and they are the scammiest little creatures. And that was one of them. Love you. Let me look at you intensely, because I know as a human being, that's what you need. It's like when a man scans you and he's like, oh, if I look at her intensely and I say these words, she's going to believe me. That's exactly what this cat is doing. That's really all I wanted to show you. And I love cats, but I'm clear on their nature. And there are dogs that are scammers as well. But that love you and that look, you're a scammer. You're a scammer, little kitty. Yeah, that's what you are. So that is pretty much what I'm seeing at this moment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That is pretty much what I'm seeing. All right, so let's do one other story. Oh, yes. So this one is interesting. I want to talk about this one. I think it was interesting. So a drug sniffing dog finds cocaine hidden in a wheelchair at the airport, and then the chair user tries to walk away. I'm baffled. Plus, I need to know where this happened. Did this happen? Is that Brazil? I think it happened in Brazil. Let's see. Cocaína. Individual. Yeah, it sounds like it was Brazil. So a drug-sniffing dog led police Friday, Milan, at a Milan airport to nearly 30 pounds of cocaine stuffed into the leather upholstery of a motorized wheelchair, whose user immediately stood up and was arrested. You dumb fool. Let's show ya what that wheelchair looked like, you stupid moron. You stupid moron, you. Is this not the most hilarious thing? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look. All this cocaine was in there. So I believe people believe that there are these special privileges that you get when you are at the airport in a wheelchair, right? So you just assume, well, I'm just going to go right through, right? And none will be the wiser, because that's usually what happens. They kind of let you through. You don't got to do nothing. But this is an airport. And, you know, they're going to have a drug-sniffing dog come around you just on this occasion. And then you get up and walk away. How was you walking away? Why aren't you running? You ought to be running. They should be calling you a track star, not walking away, dumbass. And there's no picture of the idiot either. No picture of the idiot who did this, who walked away instead of run. Instead of running, he walked away, whatever. He thought he was cleverer than the TSA people, whatever they called him, Milan. So I thought that was hilarious. I was like, ooh, you're a dumbass. You a dummy. Right? Yeah, not clever at all, anyway. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. Oh no, I think there's one more thing I wanted to talk about. Oh man. Okay, so yeah, this one. And then we're done. So apparently, this has gone viral. Right, apparently, this woman in an elevator with her dog, like her dog bit this little boy, and this is apparently her reaction. I haven't watched it, so I wanted to be surprised as well, so I have no idea what happened. So this happened in India, in Chance Casa Society located in the Rajnagar extension. So, it's not playing. Yeah, it's not playing. Okay. So it's back to play. So people, it's sniffly. All right, let's see what happens. Come on. That one's not playing either. Let's see if I can find it on YouTube. All right, it's here. All right, so I found it. I'm going to share. Okay.
Online. According to the Twitter post, the incident took place on Monday in Chance Castle Society located in Rajnagar Extension. The video showed the.
Oh my God.
According to the Twitter post, the
Look at this.
society in a lift in Rupees Ghaziabad, a little kid inside a housing society in a lift in Rupees Ghaziabad has surfaced online. According to the Twitter post, the incident took place on Monday in Chance Castle Society located in Rajnagar Extension. The video showed the pet dog pouncing on the child and biting him. Even the dog's owner looks on. The little boy was already standing inside a housing society lift when an older woman walked in with a pet dog on a lift. Housing society in a lift in UP's Ghaziabad surfaced online. According to the Twitter post, the incident took place on Monday in Charles Transport Society located in Rajnagar Extension. The video showed the pet dog counting the child biting his ears. The dog's owner looks on. The little boy was already standing inside a housing society lift when an older woman walked in with a pet dog on a leash. As the kid went to the front of the elevator, the dog jumped up and bit the child on the leg. The boy then immediately reacted with pain and began jumping up and down on one foot. However, the pet owner kept looking at the boy and just did not react. The footage prompted a response from the Ghaziabad police. They informed that they have registered a case based on the complaint of the parent. Police.
Okay, so that's just callous. Could you imagine? Here's the thing. If your dog bites another human being or another dog, apologize. Does it hurt to apologize and ask, can I help you? You know what? There's this whole society of not wanting to take, to be culpable for anything, because then, I might get sued or whatever. But you know what? Your dog did something bad. And most of the times it's because you've not trained your dog properly. And so therefore it is your responsibility to address the situation and to at least be a decent human being and say, you know what, I'm sorry. My dog bit a chunk of your leg. Is there any way that I can help you? Shall I carry the chunk of your leg and bring it with you to the hospital? Can I bring you to hospital with me? May I help you? And I'm being morbid, another chunk of leg. I don't know where that came from. I'm sad. I promised that. What? Do you understand? A little bit of humanity, please. Just please, let's just be kind to one another. That's all. I mean, that's it. That's really all I've got to say tonight. I had more to say, but I think I'm just still a little bit sad. But hopefully all of you had a good day and you will continue to have a good day or evening wherever you are in the world. And thank you so much for watching and supporting. And please subscribe and like this video, because as you know, I've not had the guts to announce that I'm going live yet, because I just want to get things straightened out and I want to be a little bit more comfortable. I'm doing this all on my own, no producing or nothing. And so, show me your support by subscribing and liking. That's it. And thank you for watching. And I'm Méganne. That's it. I've just